Hello, welcome back. Nearly 9:10, and we want to talk about a story that we mentioned a couple of days ago, because extra security measures might now have to be brought in to protect ospreys in Wales after their nesting site was cut down with a chainsaw over the weekend.
Police are still investigating the horrific act of vandalism, as it's been called, which happened just a day after the bird had laid its first egg on the banks of the Llyn Brenig Reservoir.
Let's speak to Francis Cattanach, who's the CEO of North Wales Wildlife Trust, and joins us now. And Francis, I think we should probably show the pictures while you're talking about this, because it beggars belief that this happened. Could you just talk us through what we understand went on?
Well, as far as we know, on Friday night, someone came with a chainsaw and felled the nest. And obviously we are looking into what's happened. But it beggars belief, doesn't it? It's absolutely awful. We opened up another nest site nearby in the hope that they might move to that. And at the same time, a new nest has been put up on the site of the old one with the hope that they may choose to use that one again. And we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the unprecedented support from the public. You know, we've had donations, an unprecedented number of new members, and loads of offers of help. And this really demonstrates the importance of nature in people's lives. You know, we see this as a symbol of hope for the future of wildlife. I mean, it's an awful act, but it's been lovely to see how much people really care about these rare and precious birds. We don't really know how well they'll take to the nest. You know, we hope above all else that they will, take to it. They're young birds, they're inexperienced, this is their first nest. And there are other birds around who might be interested in this nest site. We've opened another nest site nearby, so we've given them some choice. And we're hopeful that it's early enough in the season for them to be successful in laying and raising offspring.
And I mean, I appreciate that you won't know or can't probably even guess, but why would somebody do that?
We just don't know. We just have no idea. I mean, it just seems so barbaric, doesn't it? And to put this whole story into context, to us, this devastating incident is just the tip of the iceberg, to be honest. This was a very deliberate act of vandalism for what reasons we know not. But it was towards a very high-profile pair of birds. But I'd like our viewers to consider all the other acts which, although not intentionally destroying wildlife, are contributing to wildlife's decline every day. You know, every barn conversion which destroys bat and swallow nests, every road scheme which ploughs through an ancient woodland, and every housing development which removes a pond. These are happening constantly, and we at the Wildlife Trust are doing our very, very best to counter these threats. And we're so grateful for all the new members that we're getting as a result of this incident, because that helps us in all the work that we're doing every day to try and stem the decline of wildlife.
Yeah, so I suppose some positives. We're just looking at some of the CCTV and the webcam footage that was gathered before this happened. Do you think that maybe, putting cameras on nests and showing this to the public, does that in a kind of weird, inexplicable way sort of make them more of a target in a way? It sort of makes them higher profile?
I'm not sure about that. I mean, overwhelming is the support. You know, this is just one random act. And, we would hope that because we know the British public love wildlife, that has to trump it, basically. It seems so wrong in this day and age that we should be having to think about the security we need to protect a nest. It's uppermost in our minds, and we're working with our project partners and the landowners do a Cymru and considering what we need to do to ensure their protection. But we have to bear in mind this is a very large site. It's quite remote. There are cameras on the nest, and we've had lots of offer of help to support them, to watch over them. So the public are genuinely interested in the success of these birds, who are, rare, massive and magnificent birds.
They certainly are.
They became extinct as a... Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we have to leave it there, but we appreciate your passion and the update. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, appreciate that. We will continue talking about that story over the next few months. That's it from us on Breakfast Today. Dan is back with me tomorrow from 6.
He's back?
Yeah.
I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. What?